Hello everyone, Marty Six and the rest is here, and today I'm going to guys my thoughts on The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 7. And, title, I don't know how you pronounce the title of this episode, but yeah. I actually thought this episode was actually a really good episode. I mean, there were parts of it that were boring and slow, but overall I'd say it was a strong episode. In this episode, we were introduced to the Whisperers. Now, these guys are, and I think the way they made the Whisperers was kind of terrifying and kind of anxious because, typically when you think of Whisperers, like walkers, you would think they wouldn't do anything, and it turns out they were so terrifying that even Rosita and Eugene were somewhat scared for their lives. Now, and also in this episode, we get into what's been going on with the Hilltop. And I have to say, I didn't expect Jesus to be the leader of the Hilltop, and you could kind of see the struggles he's dealing with. But I always found it weird that But I kind of felt weird that Michonne was just didn't know what was going on at Hilltop, because I thought maybe she thought, okay, maybe Maggie's going away for a while or anything like that, But yeah. Yeah, the Hilltop it was really nice to see, because in the last episode, because for some reason, before I watched this, from episode 6 onwards, I always kind of imagined Hilltop was not as shown. Like, we didn't see Jesus in this season until apart from the first half, which is the Rick's last episodes, and maybe in just the mid-season finale and mid-season premiere. But because I heard that because before Season 9 started, I know Andrew Lincoln, the actor who plays Rick Grimes, and Lauren Cohen, the actress that plays Maggie, were set to leave, or for Lauren, it was temporarily, so. Yep. Yeah. I also really enjoy how developed Magna's group are becoming, into a point that it feels more natural, like how when Rick arrived at Alexandria in the Hilltop, he was a little paranoid at first, but then quickly realized these people can be trusted. I think like I said before, last week's kind of terrifying episode was the was the court scene. It was pretty anxious. And for me, this episode was how when Michonne accidentally destroys the instrument. I was like, oh crap, he must have cut it his arm or something like that. I was like, oh god. But it turns out it was just the instrument. I was like, oh, it almost had me scared for a moment. But overall, this episode was a pretty good episode. I'm gonna give it I want to say a D or a B plus. It was a really, really good episode. There were some boring parts. I don't really care for the guy who cares more about instruments, unless he uses them as for ways to defend himself, or use music to lure walkers away, and he can attack them. Humans can attack them or whatever. Yeah. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Yeah. So far, season 9's B has been good so far. But let me know what you thought of this episode down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.